Jerry Stackhouse, thank you for taking the time.
Thank you, fellas. Thanks for having me. Appreciate that.
Thanks for joining us, Coach. You're one of my favorite all-time Detroit Pistons. Great to see the squad back rocking teal. Please tell us some of your favorite memories in that uniform.
Got to be one of my favorite memories is probably going to Chicago and dropping 57 at the United Center. But again, a lot of great memories, man. With the guys I played with, Grant Hill, Ben Wallace, Rick Mahorn, Joe Dumars. I played with a lot of great players and had a lot of exciting moments during that time.
That was such an exciting Pistons team, and it also looks like they're building an exciting Pistons core right now with Cade Cunningham, Sadiq Bey, Killian Hayes, Ivy, and Durant. How do you feel about this city embracing this young core and their potential?
Well, I think it's great, man. I think you see how it's kind of, the Memphis Grizzlies. I mean, they get kind of caught lightning in a bottle, with their young core. I see a lot of the similarities to this team. I think, Troy Weaver's done a great job of bringing in the young talent, and now he's starting to get some veteran pieces around them. We all know that you can't just win with young pieces in this league. So adding those veteran guys, because you can see these guys take a big step really fast.
So, Stack, you've been a star at all levels, and as Jacoby mentioned, you played 18 years. So I have to ask you, now that you're a college coach, what about comparing eras? So like 90s basketball versus 2000s basketball versus the game which we see now. How would you compare those eras?
I think they're tough to compare, man. I enjoy the game now. I enjoy the free flowing, watching the points, the 3-point line. It's become a big part of the game now. Back when we played, it was like the games were in the 80s. It was about defense, trying to hold teams down, and like I said, it was pretty much the first to 80. Now it's probably the first to 110. So it's exciting. I enjoy both eras. I don't know, which is better. I think I enjoyed the time that we played, but I enjoy watching the game today.
So you're the head coach of the Vanderbilt Commodores, and college basketball, college athletics is going through a transition with the NIL opportunities. How do you manage that as a manager of all these young men?
Well, yeah, we're still figuring some things out there. I think it's great that finally that these guys are being able to earn off of their likeness and their image, and it's just trying to figure out what's fair for them. But it's still amateur, but at the same time, we know that there's a lot of revenues being generated, and I think it's quite the time for the players to start, receiving some of those benefits as well. So we're hopefully it's a lot. We get some smart people in the room to figure this thing out. Everybody's kind of slow to do so right now, but I think it'll eventually get figured out, and college basketball will still be what it is. The NCAA tournament is still one of the most exciting times of the year.
As a former player, it's a breath of fresh air to see guys like yourself, Jawan, and Penny all doing y'all thing in the collegiate game. What sense of pride do you have as a former NBA player, understanding that usually we don't get these opportunities in theory in college basketball?
Man, I definitely don't take it for granted, Jalen. I understand that. I'm the first African-American to coach at my university. We have African-American female athletic director. So, we take a lot of pride in that, and understanding that, we got a charge to keep. And I'm glad that I've been, afforded an opportunity to shepherd, our program, kind of bring us back. It's, similar to the Pistons, kind of restoring some really, great years of history in the past and trying to get back to that. And we've been able to take some huge strides and some huge steps in this first 3 years. And I'm looking forward to, possibly being a tournament team this year. We had a nice run in the NIT last year. And hopefully we're a tournament team, but definitely I don't take it for granted, and know that once we get these opportunities, we have to do our best to do well and to afford opportunities for the people that's coming behind us.
We'll be rooting for you next season, and we'll be looking forward to you in the tournament, but not unless you play Michigan. However, we've been talking about one thing all summer long, and that is Kevin Durant and his trade request to leave the Nets. How do you feel about sort of his request with that many years left on his contract?
Well, now I know if I was the general manager, he wouldn't be going anywhere. He'd be right back in the net.
Correct. That's what I'm saying, fam.
Because I know him. I know he's just too much of a competitor. It's not like he's going he's going to shut it down and, anything like that. Once that ball, starts, they tip that ball, he's going to be out trying to win and do his best to help his team win. So for me, he'd be right back in Brooklyn next year if I had any say-so about it.
I totally agree. And when we talk sports and rivalries, you can't ignore Duke and Carolina. And I just see you going baseline, dunking on the Blue Devils' history in that game. But I have to ask you, who's the most disliked or overrated Duke Blue Devil of all time and why?
I think it's probably dislike. He probably had to go. It's probably a tie between J.J. Redick and Grayson Allen, for a number of different reasons. Probably could throw Christian Layton in there maybe. It's too many guys to name. Even here's Shane Battier, who's probably one of the nicest guys you ever want to meet. He's probably hated by the Carolina base probably as much as anybody as well. We just don't like those guys over there.
Thank you so much for taking the time. As we watch the Pistons in their teal jerseys this season, we'll be thinking about you and your 57 against Chicago. Thank you so much for joining us, Jalen Jacoby.
Thanks for watching ESPN on YouTube. For live streaming sports and premium content, subscribe to ESPN+.